Hello everyone and welcome to the daily morning podcast of SBI Securities. So let's see how the markets closed yesterday. So Sensex was up 305 points or 0.42% to settle at 73,095. Nifty was up 76 points or 0.34% to settle at 22,198. Now let us discuss about the top 5 gainers and losers on Nifty. So the top 5 gainers were Tata Motors, TCS, Power Grid, Cipla, Eicher Motors, IndusInd Bank. Whereas the top 5 losers in Nifty 50 were Hero MotoCorp, Bajaj Finance, Divis Lab, Adani Enterprises and Axis Bank. Coming on to the sector-wise advance and decline. So auto, metal and IT, they were up by 0.7%, 0.36% and 0.72%. Whereas PSU banks and oil and gas was down by 0.56% and by 0.73%. Moving on to the broader market indices, Nifty mid cap closed negative by 0.12%, whereas small cap advanced by 0.28%. Coming on to the market breadth, where 1493 stocks advanced, whereas 2353 stocks declined. Coming on to the 52-week high, where 125 stocks scaled new 52-week highs. So some of them were 361 WAM, Adani Green, Bosch Limited, Astral, Aditya Birla Sun Life, AMC. And the 52-week low, so there were 10 stocks which were trading at 52-week low. So few of them are Euro India, Saurashtra Cement, Hinduja Global. Now coming on to the global cues, Dow closed marginally negative by 0.05%, whereas Nasdaq and S&P closed in positive by 0.37% and by 0.17%. The broader markets performed better, where the small cap index Russell 200 gained 1.3% and it was the 4th straight session winning streak. The consumer confidence index declined to 106.7 versus estimate for 115.1. It was lower than the downwardly revised 110.9 in Jan. And the durable goods orders came in at a drop of 6.1% on the month versus an estimate for a drop of 5%. Now friends, the economic data to track for the global cues is the Jan 24 wholesale inventories. Coming on to the fund flow, FII's net sold rupees 1,509 crores, whereas DII's net bought 2,862 crores. Now coming on to the stocks which are likely to be in focus today are, first is Vodafone Idea, where the board has approved a fundraise plan of rupees 20,000 crores via equity, as the debt-laden telecom operator keeps the hunt on for the new investors and fund rollout of 5G. The promoters will also participate in the proposed equity raise, so Vodafone Idea will be in focus. Zee Entertainment, the company has extended the scope of its recently constituted independent advisory committee to include an investigation to review the allegations leveled by the regulators and other parties. So Zee Entertainment will also be in focus. Hindustan Zinc, the company has incorporated a new subsidiary to explore, discover, develop and tap critical mineral resources. It will also participate in the auctioning of mining blocks containing critical minerals. So positive for Hindustan Zinc in long term. SJVN, the company's unit has bagged 100 megawatt solar power project at a tariff of rupees 2.64 per unit through competitive tariff bidding conducted by Gujarat Urja Vikas Nigam. So positive for SJVN in long term. GE T&D India, the company has secured orders worth rupees 370 crores from Power Grid Corporation for supply of 765 kV shunt reactors for various transmission system projects in India. So positive for GE T&D in India medium to long term. Indostar Capital Finance, the company will raise over rupees 450 crores by preferential allotment of warrants to Brookfield AMC and Florintree TechServe. Brookfield to invest rupees 256.6 crores and Florintree to invest rupees 200 crores in the company. So positive for Indostar in long term. Titan, the company buys the remaining 0.36% stake in Carrot Lane for rupees 60.1 crores. So positive for Titan in long term. Tata Elxsi, the company and Telefonica collaborate to achieve true cloud native infra management, revolutionizing the telecommunications landscape. So positive for the company in long term. Exide Industries, the company has invested rupees 25 crores in its wholly owned subsidiary Exide Energy Solutions on a right basis. The total investment stands at rupees 1,925 crores. So positive for Exide in long term. Cochin Shipyard, the company will inaugurate a hydrogen fuel cell ferry in virtual mode from Thoothukudi, so positive for Cochin in long term. ONGC, the company will establish ONGC Green as a wholly owned subsidiary focusing on renewable energy and green hydrogen value chains, so positive for ONGC in long term. Texmaco Rail and Engineering, the company has approved raising funds via the issuance of convertible warrants for up to rupees 150 crores via issue of convertible warrants by way of preferential issue. So positive for Texmaco in long term. Salasa Techno Engineering, the company has bagged an order valued over rupees 200 crores from Zetwork Business for supply of 25,000 metric tons of solar structures. So positive for Salasa in long term. Tanda Platforms, the company and Truecaller extend an exclusive partnership to deliver customized solution to enterprises. So positive for Tanda Platforms in long term. Coming on to the new listings and IPO offering. So first one is Juniper Hotels, where the company's share will debut on the stock exchange today at an issue price of rupees 360 per share. So it was a 1800 crore IPO and it was subscribed 2.08 times on its third and final day. Bids were led by institutional investors 2.96 times, retail investors 1.28 times, non-institutional investors 0.85 times. Second is the Bharat Highways. The company will offer the shares for bidding today and the price band is set from 98 to 100 per share. It is a 2500 crore IPO and it is a completely fresh issue. It has raised 826 crores from anchor investors. Second one we have is Platinum Industries, where the issue was subscribed 8.06 times on day one. And the third one is Exicom Telesystems, where the issue was subscribed 10.02 times on day one. Moving on to bulk deals. So the first one is CMS Infosystem. So where Cyan Investment Holdings PT sold 417.71 lakh shares, which is 26.68% at rupees 370.38 per share, while Nomura Funds Ireland Public Co-India Equity Fund bought 43.1 lakh shares, which is 2.75%. Kotak Mahindra Mutual Fund Kotak Small Cap Fund bought 36.25 lakh shares, which is 2.31%. WF Asian Reconnaissance Fund bought 26.25 lakh shares. ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund bought 56.1 lakh shares, which is 3.56%. Think India Opportunities Master Fund LP bought 13.81 lakh shares, which is 0.88%. Matthew Syriac bought 12.82 lakh shares, which is 0.81%. Sanatan Financial Advisory Services bought 10 lakh shares, which is 0.63%. So they had bought at around 370.05 to 375.5 per share. Second is BLS International Services, where Columbia Petrochem bought 21 lakh shares, which is 0.51% at rupees 373.1 per share. Sapphire Foods, WTC NAM Common Trust Funds Trust Emerging Market Opportunities Portfolio sold 3.25 lakh shares, which is 0.51% at rupees 1497.08 per share. Senco Gold, SEF Partners India 4 sold 6 lakh shares, which is 0.77% at rupees 875 per share. Moving on to block deals. ICICI Lombard General Insurance, where Bharti Enterprises sold 62.5 lakh shares, which is 1.27%, while ICICI Bank bought 6.25 lakh shares, 1.27% at rupees 1,666.35 per share. And moving on to insider trade. So the first one is Usha Martin. So the promoter Peterhouse Investment India sold 2 lakh shares on Feb 26th. Second, we have Time Technoplus, where the promoter Time Securities Services bought 1.21 lakh shares on Feb 27. Yeah, so friends, that was all about the daily morning podcast. Thank you for listening.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.